Hello my dear Armenians, these are the news from Western Armenia, specially for you. The genocide committed against Armenians in a new interactive format. Silence, Truth and Dangerous Games, Ashot Harutyunyan. Proposals to solve the problems of the Armenian press in Istanbul. The villages of Kessab, the living memory of Cilicia, Aspet Manjikyan. Sarikamish, through the eyes of two Armenian soldiers. Karahantepe, a Neolithic settlement in Western Armenia. Shimmering Perseids, in the sky of a lake van. Photo album shows Artsakh monuments destroyed by Azerbaijan. The USC Shaw Foundation has created a new interactive project about the genocide committed against Armenians. This is the first interactive biography dedicated to the Armenian experience. The project features historian Dr. Ashot Harutyunyan. He is a well-known researcher of the genocide committed against Armenians. That project was created within the Keep the Promise education program. Users can ask questions directly on the platform. Answers are given through pre-recorded video interviews. Dr. Harutyunyan speaks about key events of the genocide committed against Armenians. He shared personal memories from the Lebanese civil war. More interactive biographies are planned for release in 2026. Arkady Tumasov gave an interview to the newspaper Noyan Tapan. He is a public figure, volunteer and philanthropist. He spoke about hidden relatives in Western Armenia. These lands are currently under Turkish control. For many years, these relatives were kept silent. Tumasov described cultural and social inequities in the region. He focused on Islamist Armenians who kept their identity. These people live in fear but remember who they are. Some confess near abandoned churches that they are Armenians. This shows a policy of forced silence. Western Armenia is described as a militarized zone. An Armenian community in Mush was later shut down. Tumasov says being Armenian in Turkey is still dangerous. He believes Turkey has changed methods, not its policy. Istanbul has been an important center of Armenian press. It played a major role in Armenian cultural life. The first Armenian newspaper was published there in 1832. For many years, Armenian media flourished in the city. Today, the Armenian community is much smaller. Many Armenians have left the country. The number of readers has decreased greatly. Armenian language newspapers still exist. However, they struggle to survive. Young people use Armenian less often. Mixed marriages also affect language use. Education in Armenian has weakened. Economic problems hurt the press industry. Digital media has changed reading habits. Experts say language and culture must be protected. Armenian villages were once central to Armenian identity. They preserved traditions, language and culture. Village life shaped Armenian values and thinking. After the genocide committed against Armenians, many villages disappeared. Western Armenia and Cilicia were depopulated. As a result, village life faded away. Today, most Armenians live in cities. Urban life changed families and social structures. Connections to land and nature became weaker. Traditional values were harder to pass on. Some diaspora villages still survived. Kessab is the most well-known example. Its people preserved language and customs. They continue farming and rural life. Modern life now threatens this traditional identity. Historian Tamer Akçam studied the Battle of Sarikamish. He published letters written by two Armenian soldiers. Their names were Nazaret Demircan and Hovsep Seisyan. They survived in the Ottoman army. Their letters were written during World War I. The letters were later published in the book in 1922. They describe cold, hunger and suffering. The soldiers were taken prisoner by Russian forces. They were sent to Siberia. One soldier mentioned many Armenian prisoners of war. Their letters show Armenian suffering in the battle. Sarikamish affected many peoples, not one nation. Soldiers of different ethnics died there. True remembrance means honoring all victims equally. Recent exhibitions were carried out in Karahantepe. The site is located near Şanlıurfa, is dated back to the Neolithic period. Archaeologists found more than 30 underground dwellings. The houses were carefully planned and organized. They were arranged in a honeycomb shape inside. Hearths and storage spaces were found. These findings show daily life activities. They also show early production practices. The settlement had both living and communal spaces. This shows organized and early social life. Karahantepe is an important archaeological site. It helps us understand ancient human history. It highlights the Neolithic heritage of Western Armenia. The Perseid meteor shower appeared over Lake Van. It was visible for 4 consecutive days. The event took place in Western Armenia. The skies over Bitlis were very dark. This made observation easier. Despite freezing temperatures, observations continued. Dr. Cihanunen photographed the meteors. He works at Bitlis University. Photos were taken near the Nemrud caldera. The peak occurred on December 14. Stars and meteors filled the night sky. The scene was visually stunning. Nature and space met in one moment. Many photography lovers admired the view. The event created unforgettable images. A photo album presentation took place at the Artsakh office. The album is titled Artsakh Endangered Heritage Part 2. It was prepared by Armenian heritage researchers. The first volume was published in 2023. It showed monuments lost after the 44-day war. The second volume focuses on events after September 2023. The book includes photographs and documentation. It also shows destruction from previous years. Researchers call it factual evidence. The goal is to inform the international community. It shows systematic destruction of cultural heritage. The album preserves memory and historical truth. If you have any questions or want to learn more, you can visit our official link. Thank you for watching. See you tomorrow.